Come on, respond quickly, ma. So you need some time. At least tell me that. These are the small programs only, ma. If you have these things, just keep it aside, like saving what is the operators. If it is the assignment operators, write it as assignment.c, assignment operator.c, like that, or ao.c shortcuts. So because if you know these simple programs, then you will understand betterly when you go through the what is an array, what is an file, what is an a loop, what are the conditions, what are the statements. So these all one by one you need to learn. So if you know these things, simple programs which I shared, then it is not difficult for you to solve those things. You will understand those things when I tell one by one what is statement, what is an array, what is an function, because you already started those things in your simple examples. Now tell me one thing. So you need some time, or what is your problem? Yeah, tell me more. So
Need some time, sir.
you need some time. Yeah, good. At least someone responded. That's what. See, uh, I already clearly mentioned that, right? Because when I want to go to the next second unit, so you should at least thorough in these things. You should have some awareness on that topics. So then only you will understand those concepts. So that is my intention. Otherwise, if you doesn't know these basics, if I start those the uh, it is somewhat these are the basic things, man. So without base, you can't construct the building, right? So base is important for everything. That is for learning the C language also. So those what are the keywords, what are the identifiers, what are the operators, and we have seen some examples for that also. So we just try to go through these things and try to solve these things. If everything is good, then when I start the next unit, you'll understood those things better. So that's what I want to tell you. So what should I do now? Shall I wait or shall I start the second unit? How much time you need? See, from my side, I want to clear one thing, ma. See, what are the basics so far discussed? You try to go through one by one. You try to go through one by one. So according to the page numbers I have shared, right? So just to go through that in order. So just to try to study those things, not in depth, ma. Just what is what you just go through it. What is what, like that. So when you start the next level concepts, so there these things will be you are understood. That's what. So when you start doing the next level things, you should not see back. So what are the basic for this? Should not see like that. So that's what I want to say, on. So how much time you need? You just confirm. CR. You just discuss with your friends, no? Because they are not ready to share their views with me directly. So you just discuss with them and how much time they need. Just to talk to them because don't take longer time because I need to start the next units, right? So these are the simple programs. At least try to see those things. At least you start trying those things. Try to solve those things. Then you will have some confidence level. The confidence level will be higher when I start the next concepts. That's what. So I'm trying to improve your confidence level. That's what. So still now you are thinking that I don't know what is C. So what is a C program? What is a simple C program? Also, you doesn't know. But when you start doing these examples in your PCs or laptops, so your confidence level will be higher. Okay, I know at least what is C, and I'm doing some programming on that. So at least you know the basics. So you will have some confidence. So if I start the next level, you are ready to follow me. Otherwise, you will be at the basic level only. Are you trying to understand? So, uh, see, I'll wait for 5 minutes. After that, I'll again, I will log in 5 minutes. No? You just tell me how much time they need and what they want to do, how much time they want. Otherwise, I'll start the second unit. You decide that one when to start the second unit. Tomorrow or now itself or day after tomorrow. So how much time they need? I think you understood my intention, right? So you will be having some confidence ma, once you solve these things. Okay, shall I come back after 5 minutes? Shall I do that, ma? So around 44 members are there in the list. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. You just discuss yourself. Is it okay for you, ma? CR?
Sir, sir, that some are saying that if you show some examples first time, then we will try remaining.
You are asking to do at least one of the example. Uh, so in typing in C or that is in Dev C++
Sir,
or Turbo C. That's what.
from each topic, if you show one example to do how to do by applying the concept, so they will know, no, sir, how to do.
See, these
Yeah.
are the basic things, ma. We have not yet started. What are the functions? What are the arrays? What are the pointers? These are the major things. So these are not the major things. Whatever the so far we have discussed, these are the simple things, ma. So that's why I am asking you just to go through it. So what is the identifier? What is the keyword? What is the operator? We have discussed, right? What is the role of that? What is the job of that particular operator? What is increment operator? What is decrement operator? So like that we have seen. That is we have discussed orally. If you solve those things, which is already the program is already given to you, right? So just uh, once you go through it, when I start the major things, there I will start one by one. So now whatever you are saying, once we discuss some topic, so in that topic I will go with one example. After that, I will give some assignment on that. So that's what you are asking, right? That I will do, ma. That I will do, but not yet started, right? We have not yet started the major things. If the laptop is with me, then there's not a problem. I'll go with the present examples also, but that is the major thing. Because if I want to show those things, I need a laptop, right? So I'm looking for that now. So, I'm trying to get it from last 3 4 days. I'm trying, but it is taking some more time. So my laptop is with my friends. That is the problem. So I am. It takes some more days, 2 3 days, something like that. That is the problem. Otherwise, I'll go with this example also. But the thing is that one. So anything you want to say, ma? You want these examples from my side. That's what. That is fixed. Okay. Or you will try yourself these things because the major concepts are not yet started. We have seen those operator concepts because we will discuss these things later also. Ma. The whatever the examples shared with you, that is again we are going to study those things in the next levels because you don't know what are the if we have used that conditions of if and statements. Those things we have already used, but you haven't discussed so far. So when you discuss these things, functions, arrays, pointers, so there again we need to solve this kind of problems. The thing is, the only operators we have seen. So what kind of operators we need to use? So in functions also I'll use the operators. In looping also I'll use the operators. So in pointers also I'll use the operators. So something like that. So everywhere I am going to use these things. So when I start the next levels, so again I have to come back these only the programs. But so that is not the single topic. So 2 3 topics will be there. So there I'll solve 2 3 times. One time I'll operate some increment algorithm, increment operator. Sometimes I'll go with only if statement, that is condition equals. So something like that I'll go with one by one. So just tell me one thing. Have you installed those things? Those softwares, Dev C++ or Turbo C. Is that done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is done. Good. So you are saying that those examples I try to execute it first one by one, right? For example, the if you go with the operator as arithmetic, so that arithmetic you are asking me to do one example, right? You are not trying to do one example. So the thing is, so what do you say? Uh, so you want me to do those examples, or you will try yourself? No, no, no. Don't uh, don't go that much, ma. If you want to say yes, say yes. Otherwise, say is no. So don't worry. So if you want me to do with one example for every topic, so say, sir, you please go with the examples. We will wait. That's not a problem. I'll accept that also. But my intention is try to we should try to save the time. That's that I am looking. So what is your final decision? So that's why I said you discuss yourself. You come to the one conclusion that for every operator, from my side I will show one example. So you fix it for that. You tell me directly. So I'll go with like that. Not a problem. Not a problem for me. But at present there is no laptop. That is the problem. So I'll try to arrange in 1 or 2 days. I'll keep on trying that. I'll try follow up that one. So is that decision is final decision, or you will discuss yourself? So this silent.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah. Continue.
sir, now continue second unit, but when you get your laptop, once show us first unit example from each topic, one example how to do that one.
Okay. So we have these only of operators, right? Only operators we have. So these operators, you want me to take one example for every operator. So okay, no problem. Okay. So shall I go to the second unit now?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So second unit, in second unit, control structures, arrays and strings. So in that we have the statements. So in that statements, first one is decision statement. So what is a statement? So for example, if I give, that's what, right? Still now, whatever the discussion we have done, so that is also will be considered as one statement. So my statement is whether you will fix with one example from my side. Yes, the condition is I have shown yes or no. So your answer is, if it is yes, then I'll go with one example for every operator. Otherwise, else part, I will go with the else part, no. So if it is no, so you are going to try yourself. But your decision is yes, right? Now you have given yes. So that is also one kind of statement. That is a if statement. We can utilize this real-time example as a if statement. If if you agree, if you not agree like that, if you say you want one example from my side, say yes or no. So yes is yes, no is what, no. So I'll put the statement like that. So I'll go to the if loop and print, okay, you are going to solve yourself. That is the answer. If it is no, I am going to solve from my side. Like that, the statement will be taken. So if else. So if statement syntax, the syntax is if whatever the expression. So whatever the expression, if it is true, if it is true, the condition is true. Expression means condition, ma. So if the condition is true, that's what one example. Uh, you want me to do? You want me to do one example for every operator. So in that if condition, that is, so the statement is yes. Okay. If it is else, no. So like that, we need to prepare the statements. If statement, if else statement, while. Uh, so okay, one by one we'll go. So if that is a one kind of statement, if statement. So expression is Boolean expression. It may have true or false value. That's what. So if you agree with one example from my side, if it is yes, okay. If you say yes, I am going to show one example for one operator from my side. So you're asking me to do one example for every operator. So yes. So otherwise, it will goes to the else part. No, but you have accepted as yes. So I need to go with one example of every operator. So that is the meaning of it. Ma. So see that flow chart. This is the flow chart, right? So that's what, when you want to go to solve some any kind of program, you go with either flowchart or algorithm. So here we have the flowchart. So expression is true. Then if it is yes, go down, execute the statement and execute the next statement. In the right side, if it is no, then go to directly execute next statement. Next statement is no. If no, so you are going to solve yourself. If it is yes, I have to solve, I have to give one example for every operator. So that's the meaning of it. So this is the flow chart for the if statement, if condition. So meaning of, okay, you asked me to like this, right? Okay, I'll go like this. Okay. So meaning of if statement, it checks whether the given expression is Boolean or not. First of all, the given expression is whether it is Boolean or not. If expression is true, then it executes the statements. Otherwise, jumps into the next instruction. So that's what. So if the given statement is Boolean, then it will execute. Otherwise, it will go, jumps to the next instruction. So simple. Again, example we have. So void main, that is the main function should be default thing, right? Without main function, there is no program. So void main. So void main means in that void main we can use integers, floats. That's what, right? So if it is void means we have not introduced any data types. So any data type you can use. That may be integer or float or double or whatever. So that is the meaning of it. So most of the main functions will write void. Why? Because I don't know which kind of data type I am going to use in that one. So better option is I'll go with void main. Otherwise, if you have any doubts in this one, go to that data types. Just to go through that data types in that integer, float, void. So it's like that one. So void means any kind of data type you can write there. So I have taken integer data type here now. In void, you can take any data type. Somewhere integer, somewhere float. So you can go to any data type. If you mention only int main in the entire function, in the entire program, you have to use only integers. That is the meaning of it. If it is a void, you can use integers or floats or double, whatever. So int a equals to 5, b equals to 6. What is the c? So c equals to a plus b here taken. C is equals to a plus b. Statement starts c. If c equals to 1, c equals to 11. If c equals to 11. If the c value is 11, then only it will enter into the if loop. That is if condition. Print f execute me. Execute me 1. So it will print it on the screen. Whatever the printf underscore in the bracket, that will print on the screen. So if the condition is if c equals to 11, if the c value is 11, then it prints execute me 1. After that, print execute me 2. So what is the answer now? The value 5 plus 6 is 11. Yes, true. So what it will print? It will print execute me 1. So that is the output for the given program. So are you following? I'll show it once again. See, we want to discuss about the if statement. If statement then we'll go with that condition will execute. So if c is equals to 11, yes, 5 plus 6 is 11. Because c value is a plus b, right? So it will print execute me 1. Next, one more statement. If statement, if conditional one is statement number 1, statement number 2, statement number 3. That means in the conditional, up to any number of statements we can put under this condition. So now we have taken printf execute me one. So printf otherwise printf execute me two. So like that I can write anything, but whatever the conditions we mentioned in that if statement, so those depends upon the requirement. That means whatever the condition you put, c equals to 11, it will print like that. Else I'll go for the next one. So here we have used only if condition, not else condition we have used. If condition means if only that it will print, otherwise it will go to the return function. See, more than one condition can be written inside if statement. That's what you can write any any number of conditions. But when you enter into the loop, then only you will see all these things. That is important. Opening and closing braces are required. Opening and closing braces are required only when code after if statement occupies multiple lines. So opening and closing means once you enter into that condition, so after that you have to put open brace. See, if the condition is if, so open brace again. So because if the condition satisfies, then only it will enter into the open brace. And it will study all these statements and before closing the brace. Before closing the brace. That is under if condition. So that is the meaning of this one. No? So if condition statement one, statement number two, statement number three, in the above example, only statement one is a part of if statement. Is a part of means we have number of statements in the if condition. So this is also one part of that condition. Why? Because we have statement number two, we have statement number three. So only statement number one is part of if condition. So code will be executed if condition statement is true. That's what. When you want to enter into that loop or condition, the condition should satisfy, that is c equals to 11, then only I will enter into that loop. Non-zero number inside if means true condition. See, we have if 100, if 100, print true condition. If else statement is, we can use if and else statement in C programs. That means, so if it is satisfied, go with this. If it is not satisfied, go to the else part. That is the meaning of it. So if and else are, if it is true, go with this one. Otherwise, go to the else part. If C is equals to 11, go to the if condition. Else, go to the next one. It won't enter into the if loop. It directly else what I want. So it will directly go to the else part if the condition is wrong. See, we have this one. So in the if statement one, statement two, else statement one, statement two. See, for example, if C equals to 11, it will go to the statement one and statement two in if. The C value assume that it is 10. So if condition not satisfied, then directly it goes to the else part. So in the else part, whatever the statement one and whatever the statement two, it will print. So like that, we have the if and else. If and else. I think you understood, right? So when you will use the if condition, when the condition is true, if c equals to 11, then go to the if condition. If c value is not equals to 11, then go to the else part. So sometimes I will go with only if condition. Sometimes I will go with the if and else condition. So of course we have if condition, else condition. We have the else if also. So these are the things one by one we will see. So we have one explanation for this also. Huh? If expression is true, then statement one and statement two are executed. That's what I said, right? If the condition is true, it will enter into the if condition, statement one and statement two will be executed. Otherwise, if the condition is false, it directly goes to the L to else part. In the else part, what is the statement one? So what is the statement two? It will execute. See, here also he has taken void main. Why void main means any kind of data type I can use in this program. So that's why the main function mostly will use void main. So the data type is not mentioned. So that's why any kind of data type you can use. So integer, integer means only 1, 2, 3. There is no fractional points like floating points, right? So that's why integer taken. Integer marks equals to 50. If marks marks greater than or equals to 40 means if the marks is 40 and above, then only enter into the if, otherwise go to the else part. So print student is pass. If it is 40 and above marks, then print student is pass. Else student is fail. I think you understood this example, right? So output is student is pass, flowchart, if else statement. Before going to the else, if else statement, I just that is different concept. No? So I think you understood, right? What is the if condition? What is the if and what is the else? So if the student got student means if the marks is 40 and above. If you got exactly 40 also, you will be taken into the if loop. The answer is student is pass. The output is student is pass. Assume that if integer marks are 39. Integer marks are 39. If the system is in my hand, I'll do this kind of changes. Why? Because now change that 50 value into 39. So if condition will fall in false condition, then it will move to the else part. The answer is student is fail. Why? Because 39 is not greater than or equals to 40, right? So if you got 39, the student is fail. So you will get the answer as student is fail. That is about the if and else concepts. Next one is if else statement. If else. We have the flowchart for if else also. So if the expression is true, if it is yes, go to and execute the statement one. After that, execute next statement. If it is expression is false, that is no. Execute second statement, then execute the next statement. Example, you will understand. Let's consider one example with explanation. So integer we have taken again. So no, we have the void function also. No? Don't think that one. No? So only he written the code. That is a condition. Code only he has written. The procedure, the development of that one he has not written. So integer number equals to 20. Integer number equals to 20. If number equals to 20, then printf true block. True block. Else printf false back. False black. Now see, if part executed, if part executed, if condition statement is true, that is because we have given number as 20, right? Yes, first one is satisfied. So if number equals to 20, that will be executed. The answer is true block, right? So true block will be executed if condition is true. Else part executed if condition statement is false. So that's what, right? So if the number is 19 or some other number, then it will goes to the else part. In else, printf false back. The answer will be false black. So more than one conditions can be written inside if statement. Inside if statement. int number 1 equals to 20, int number 2 is equals to 40. Yes, one operator we have used, right? What is that operator? And operator we have seen, or operator we have seen, and not operator also we have seen, right? Now see this end operator. So that's what I said, right? When you start executing or when you start discussing the next upcoming topics, these are the operators are used in this conditions. So those are the basics. So and so once if you see this end operator, so you will realize that okay, there we have solved one example with end operator. So we are, again we got this option here in the if statement. Are you following? Now see, if number 1 equals to 20 and number 2 equals to 40, that means these two should be true. That's what the operator of end operator meaning, right? So end operator means both should be true. Both should be true. Then only it will enter into the if condition. That is the meaning of it, right? If both are true, then it prints true black. Yeah. If both are true, then only it will true black. Else if condition is false, it will go to the false code. Consider this following example. Huh? So if it is true, true black. If it is false, it will go to the false statement. So if the condition is true, then it will execute the if part. Otherwise, it will goes to the else part. That is the meaning of it. Okay, this is also system needed thing. Huh? So that's what. Okay, I'll try to make the laptop tomorrow. I'll try for tomorrow because you have to understand this concept, right? If the condition is true, then it will print whatever the printf under if condition that will print on the screen. If the condition is false, it will goes to the else part. It will print false black. So again, he has given same things. One else part will be executed if the condition is false. That's what. See, that is about the if condition, if statement. So in the if, we have seen the if and else part. Of course, we have the else if also, but we rarely use those else if, else, if else. So those things we will see in the upcoming statements. Next statement is switch statement. Why should we? Why we should use switch case? If case is one type. If case means if false. If true, it will execute. Otherwise, it go to the else part. What is this switch? See, one of the classic problem encountered in nested if. Nested if else if ladder is called problem of confusion. So else, else if, nested if. So those things we will see in the examples. You will understand once you go through the down. So it occurs when no matching else is available for it. That's what. If the matching is not with the else is available for if, then it will question mark. As the number of alternative increases, the complexity of program increases drastically. So that confusion, that is alternatives. So it will drastically increase. When it is the complexity, we can call it as an because if the statements are more, if condition, else condition, if else, nested if. See, once you go through this example, you'll understand. So multi-way decision statement called switch statement. See how difficult it is this scenario. If condition 1, statement 1, if condition 2, statement 2, if condition 2, again in the else part also I have done one more if case I have taken. See, we'll go with more options. So for example, e- uh, what is our general example in that we have taken? I said you said you asked me to go with one example for every operator, right? So for that, what is the condition? If and else. Assume that if and else condition we have taken. So under if, what is the condition I have mentioned? You want me to solve with one example, right? That is the condition. So if you enter into that loop again, I'll write if yes. If it is yes, okay. I'll the faculty will go with one example. With go example, and after completion of that only, I'll go to the second unit. All right. So if it is no, then I'll go two options I have. What is the two options, ma? If the condition is, if you asked me to solve one by one, then I'll solve one by one. After that, I only start the second unit. Now the second option, what is the option you have given? Your option is start the second unit. After that, when I have the laptop and go to the previous examples. So the conditions are more, the options are more, the options are more. So if the conditions and options are more, so you'll have the complexity, right? Writing those things in the complexity. So that's why uh, by using this one, I'll switch to switch statement, because more than one conditions I have used here for the else part or if condition. Because the conditions are more, the options are more. So when there is the options are more, you will get more complexity or more confusions. Now, if you go to the switch expression, case one, case two, yes, now you have the option. So why should I write if? Again, I enter if, again, one more if, and else. In else part, again, if, again, else part. So under if, I have used two categories. Under else part, again, I have two conditions. So total four conditions I have taken, right? So instead of going for if and else, switch expression, expression, case one. That means condition one. Condition one. What do you want? Yes. So after that, break. If the condition value is true, then print that body one and break. Otherwise, if the condition is false, then go to the case two. That is case value two. So it will print body two and give break. Otherwise, go to like this. The conditions we can write number of times. See, it will switch to your number of conditions. If the condition is more than two, so it is difficult to write the conditions in if and else part, because in if again we need to write if else part, in else part also again we need to write if and else part. So it takes for four statements or four conditions, that is the difficulty, that is the complexity we have seen. When you go to the switch, we can write number of cases. So depends upon your requirement, which condition is satisfied, it will print there, and it will take the break, and it will comes out from the loop. Otherwise, it will goes continually executing one by one. If your requirement is not true, it will go to the next one. Not true, go to the next one. If it is true, it will break there and it will comes out from the loop. That is the meaning of it. So anyhow, you have to see with the example only, this one also. So here also we have one flowchart for you. What is the switch case? Case one, case two, case three. So, but if the condition is true, you will need to write break. So, once break is reached, I'll stop the process and I'll come out from that switch loop. That is the meaning of it. So, I think uh, that's all for now, ma. So, from tomorrow, I'll try to get the laptop. I'll try to show these things for you. Is it okay, ma?
Yes, sir.
because in order to explain these things again we required a laptop or system for this, because I need to show this with an example, right? So that's why I am stopping for today. So meanwhile, you do it at your home. Anyhow, I'll do from my side in the class. But the thing is, you need to practice more in order to thorough with these concepts. You need to practice more. Okay, that's all for today, ma. CR, take the attendance, ma.